This is the first time that India have lost an ODI in Indore. This has also become the first time New Zealand have won a bilateral ODI series on Indian soil. This is also the first time that India have lost a bilateral series in ODIs at home in the last 1 decade to a team that's not called Australia. All in all, this series has been a series of unwanted firsts. And this takes me down to the core issues. Before I get into what were the reasons that India have lost this bilateral series, let's get down to the core issue, because this was the same New Zealand team that came about a year ago and became the first team to whitewash India at home in a test series. Soon after that, India lost another test series at home where they were whitewashed by South Africa. And why am I relating those test series losses to this particular series loss at home? Because as you lost those 2 test series at home, that was unprecedented and never happened before. This is also, as I said, is a loss that has happened for the very first time. Let's not forget, in the last 3 bilateral ODI series that India has played, they've lost 2 of those. One, they lost in Australia too. Usually, test series losses hurt me more. I'm sure they hurt you more as well. And bilateral ODIs, I never looked at them seriously, because at the end, if your goal was achieved or ICC tournaments, I would often say, what's the fuss about losing a bilateral ODI series? But this time, we have to make a fuss. And I'll tell you why. Because when India lost that series, that ODI series in Australia, what did we do? We were all not looking at the series result. We were celebrating some fine performances from 2 of the finest cricketers we've ever had in Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. And then what happened? We were reminded by the coach in Gautam Gambhir that why are you all celebrating these individual milestones? Have you forgotten sight of the fact that India have lost a bilateral series? That was a reality check. That's when you realize that, hello, at the end of the day, it may be a bilateral series, but you're donning the India jersey, you're representing India. And so the team, led by the coach, are very serious about representing their country and about winning series. So let's not lose sight of the fact that we had lost the series. Don't celebrate individual milestones. So if that's the lesson that we had in Australia, how can we then let this bilateral ODI series be swept under the carpet? So we must question this loss as well. And the first question I will raise is that to the BCCI. Why to the BCCI? I go back to those test series losses. We lost a series, the Border Gavaskar series in Australia, and what did the BCCI do? Right after that series loss in Australia, they hauled up the players. They took stern action against the players. What did they do? Soon after that, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli also stopped playing test cricket. Players were told no families traveling for more than fixed amount of dates. Players were told you better play domestic cricket or you are out. Players were told you can only carry limited amount of support staff, your cooks and bodyguards and all, or whatever you have. There has to be a check on that. So a line was drawn. And what did that tell us? That while you lost the Border Gavaskar series, which wasn't a shocker, I mean, Australia is a good team, you're playing in Australia, you can lose. But what did that tell you? BCCI cared and they took those steps, and they also dropped a lot of players. Some players were dropped because, according to the BCCI, they were letting the team information go out. So they took stern steps to correct issues in test cricket. Fair enough. What happened after that? You've lost 2 series at home. That is shocking. Because in Australia, you can still lose to a good team. At home, you would never lose. And yet, BCCI has not even had a meeting. They've not even addressed that. They've not even addressed. They're saying the next test series, when it will come, then we'll look at it. And it's because of that, you have lost this ODI series, because there's no accountability. There has been no questioning or trying to find out the reason why certain things are not working. What is the job of the BCCI officials? All of them, top-notch officials were sitting in the stands. They travel business class. They reach the grounds, sit in the VIP stands. What matches? Isn't their job to be identifying the problems? They haven't done that for test matches. Now, for ODI also you've lost. They'll say, what is the need? Next time you're playing in June, July, we'll look at it then. Well, if that was the case, why did you have to address the issues right after Border Gavaskar series? You should have said, no, next test series will look at any issues before that. You're not doing it. I think there needs to be accountability. You need to ask the questions. Why is it we are losing? The coach needs to be called in, should have been called in. The captain needs to be called in, should have been called in right after those test series losses, right after 2 ODI bilateral series you've lost, because everything is not fine. Not only with your test cricket, everything is not fine in ODI cricket as well. Of course, you look at the T20 World Cup. You can win in the T20 World Cup, but let that not be a smoke screen to the issues that you have in ODI, to the issues that you have in test cricket. Let's get to the problem that we have in this particular series. Where is it that India lost? Yes, 2 of India's regular players were not playing, in Jasprit Bumrah and Hardik Pandya. But you know what hurts really is the fact that you've lost that series at home against an almost B team of New Zealand, because at least 5-6 of their first choice players are not playing this ODI series. Yet you have lost. One of their main players, their captain in Bracewell, wasn't even available to bowl in the last ODI, and yet you have lost that particular game. What has been the issue? Now, I know in this particular game, people will talk about the shot that Rohit Sharma played, or his form in the series. People will talk about the shot that KL Rahul played, or for that matter, Shreyas Iyer played. But I don't think that's the only reason. Because why? Shreyas Iyer has still been one of your top performing ODI batters in the last 3 years. He's top notch MVP according to a lot of people. KL Rahul has been one of your top notch performers in ODI cricket. No denying that. Rohit Sharma has been a top-notch performer for you. Virat Kohli, let's set the better. He is absolutely top-notch even now, and was good on the day, has gotten his 100. Unfortunately for India, all of them did not fire on the given day. So where does the problem lie? I think the problem lies in the rest of your batting, which you're trying to manufacture. Also, the one batter whose name I didn't take is that of Shubman Gill. He is a good ODI batter, has gotten 2 half centuries, but he needs to take that responsibility. Why? Because as I say, in the last 3 years, I can remember games Shreyas Iyer has won you single-handedly. I can remember games that KL Rahul has won you single-handedly. I can remember games that Rohit Sharma has won you single-handedly. I can remember games that Virat Kohli has won single-handedly. Shubman is a talented batter, but maybe it's high time he realizes he needs to win games as a batter, because that's his primary role, single-handedly. That's the only issue that you have in batting. The rest of your problem is in your bowling. And I think that is the crux of the matter. Why is it? Just take a look at that bowling attack in Indore. If there is only one bowler I can see in that entire bowling lineup that I think is a match winner. What do I mean by that? Is a bowler who on his given day, if he's in fine form, can win you a game single-handedly. Only one bowler in there, and that's Kuldeep Yadav. I think it's unfortunate, unlucky for the Indian team that one match winner that you have has been out of form. But this is where good teams step in. If that one match winner is out of form, they need to have match winner number 2, match winner number 3, match winner number 4, and that's how you win tournaments. When India won the T20 World Cup, they had multiple match winners. Arshdeep would do it, Hardik Pandya would do it on a given day, any bowler would step up on a given day, Jasprit Bumrah would do it on a given day. There were multiple match winners. That is something that was missing here. Kuldeep, the only match winner. Out of form, there is nobody else that I can think. Not even Arshdeep in ODI cricket yet. He's reached that stature. Siraj used to be a match winner at one point. I'm afraid ever since he was dropped from ODI. He's making a comeback. Had a good game. Still not single-handedly that match winner. Harshit Rana, not single-handedly that match winner with the ball, who can win you the game. Where are your match winners? The only one that you have, the other one, Jasprit Bumrah, he's not playing, he's not resting. But as I said, New Zealand have rested half their team. That shouldn't be an excuse. And this is where I go to the team selection, because you're trying to fill in players who can just about roll their arm overs. They become your 5th bowler, they become your 6th bowler. Nitish Kumar Reddy had a good knock. Can he be a good batter going forward? Sure, there is potential. But can Nitish Rana be that bowler who can chip in and get you wickets? No. That game he bowled 2 overs. This game you made him bowl 8 overs. But I'm not sure he's the bowler who can help you win games. Is Ravindra Jadeja that bowler? I'm afraid he's not that bowler who can win you games. In fact, Jadeja's position is, I think, going to come under scrutiny. I'm going to say something, and I'm saying it with a lot of responsibility. Dare I say, we have seen the last of Ravindra Jadeja play for India in an ODI game. He should definitely play Test cricket. He's your top-notch all-rounder there, not too far away from 100 test matches. I think he deserves that. Why? Because in test matches and helpful conditions, he can win you a test match with the ball. Test matches, no matter what the conditions, he can even win you a test match with the bat, as he's shown. In ODI cricket, I saw that stat, somebody mentioned it to us, one of our viewers, that the last time he got a 50 in ODI cricket at home, Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister, Rohit Sharma was a middle order batter, MS Dhoni was an all format captain for India. It's a long time away. He hasn't got a 50 at home since that time. And that is telling you something. Can a Jadeja win you a match with the bat in ODI cricket? Answer to that is no. Can he win you a match with the ball in ODI cricket? The answer to that is no. And that is why I think maybe it's time for you to go past him, look at an all-rounder, maybe look at an Akshar Patel. I think in bowling gives you about the same as Jadeja, but I think as a batter can still help you win games. Those are the issues that you need to sort out. In Nitish Kumar Reddy, what are you expecting? If you're looking at him as a finisher and that's what your focus is, this is something that you can work on. Maybe he can be a work in progress. But if you're bringing him in the team just about because he can roll his arm over, I don't think that's the solution, because then you might as well go for a batter. And I think there are plenty of better batters who can be finishers in ODI cricket above Nitish Kumar Reddy. And I think that's the thinking that's been found wanting in this current Indian team management. We've seen it in Test cricket, we're seeing it in ODI cricket. I think this baffled, confused thinking of all-rounders for the heck of it, without a primary skill that can help you win matches with that primary skill, I think is the number one reason that we've eroded in Test cricket, that we're eroding in ODI cricket. You got to stem that. Who will stem that? The BCCI. But the BCCI doesn't seem interested at the moment. They're focusing on T20 World Cup and IPL that will come. Test cricket, ODI, be damned. You let me know what you think of the current scenario, this ODI series loss at home. Give us a like on the video if you're enjoying our content, but more importantly, leave us a comment with your thoughts. We'd love to hear that. And for more sports related news, don't forget to watch Sports Today.